to bring lawsuits against the United States government for the treaties that they have with the native Alaskan tribes so that she can drill over there in their cemeteries. I mean, we talk about like, ethnic cleansing and stuff. I mean, it's right here. It's in our country. It's by our leaders. It's happening right now in Pine Ridge Reservation. Those kids there, those kids in Pine Ridge, they have no schools. It's the poorest place in America, and like a few years ago, I wanted to do something to help the poorest place. The little bit I can do, I try to do, but the children in Pine Ridge, they dig through landfills to get stuff to burn because they freeze in the winter. I mean, this is America. I mean, we really don't have to, there's ethnic cleansing in America right now, by people that are running for vice president. She took away subsistence fishing for people who, that's how they survive. I mean, if it isn't just the biggest red flag about the loss of America's soul. I mean, what the hell? But I just want to say, we can all go on forever with the naming all the shit that's going down, I mean, everybody sees it, everybody knows. Everybody knows knows the worst stories in the world. But what the hell are we going to do about it? I mean, we're running out of time. Also, nobody's saying that, next to every Army base, in the United States is a place to put people.
Right.
There's 250, something like that. I mean, I might be wrong on the number, but there are lots and lots of places to detain population, whether they're immigrant workers or whatever. I mean, what the hell are we going to do about it? Besides just like, sometimes I'm like, well, one word. Sometimes just words and one spark can set the woods on fire. But what the hell are we going to do about it besides just talking? I don't know. Is there anything else that we can do besides just talking? Is talking enough? Sometimes I think, Christ, it is enough. I mean, at least it's the start of something. But oh my God, we should be talking about it to everybody we see on the street every minute of our life. Yeah. What are we going to do? Does anybody have any ideas? What are we going to do? Where's the solution? I'd like to talk about solutions. I know Cindy's like thought things deeply through, and she has solutions. That's why I like her. She doesn't just bitch, I mean, she's got solutions. And I want to say also that, I support Cynthia McKinney, who's running the Green Party president. Cynthia McKinney, she has solutions all day and 4 days. She got 24/7 solutions. She can't get on any place, and I mean, if you come to my website, which I'm like putting all my money into for as long as my money's gonna last, hopefully, whatever. I got a lot of kids and stuff too. I got people for days, but thank God. But I got a website, roseanneworld.com, and I try to put on stuff that Cindy writes, that Cynthia McKinney writes. I try to put on stuff from the left that nobody is putting anywhere. So, if y'all want to come there and post things or just read things, do so. There's a lot about Pine Ridge. There's a lot about the Inuit tribes in Alaska. There's a lot about ethnic cleansing in America. I mean, we have to do something, right? We have to do something. I don't know what. Man, I'll slap Nancy Pelosi right in her face. That's what I want to say. If I ever happen on Nancy Pelosi and any of these things that, sometimes me and her end up in the same circles, I will walk right up to Nancy Pelosi and slap her right across the face, as I will about everybody else in this damn government.
Is this on? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, that's going to be our next robocall. We have been having a lot of trouble in our office about emails and computer glitches that seem very suspicious. They almost seem like sabotage. And that's, they made it so easy. Can you imagine when they made the Fourth Amendment that kept us, secure in our papers and in our personal effects, and people would actually have to sneak into somebody's house and read them and copy them down with a quill on a piece of paper, or steal them. And now they can just go into our emails and do whatever they want. It's not that hard. Yeah. So 2 weeks, we had to be subjected to what was in Anna Nicole's refrigerator when she died. And that was news. That was supposed to be news. And then on the little crawl space, they would say 3 soldiers killed in Iraq today. You know, don't even talk about the Iraqis or Afghans that have been killed. We barely even know how many of our soldiers have been killed. But anyway, so we have this problem in this city when we're out is that I wouldn't say that when we're out, at least 20 to 1 people are supportive of me. That 1 person out of 20 will say something rude or whatever. But most of them are just so apathetic. And that's what we're facing is that apathy. And today we were out at Glen Park Station giving out free donuts. And people would look at us like, what are you trying to do, poison me? We're like, no, they're good, yummy donuts. Take one. Take donuts for democracy. Donuts, not bombs. Donuts. You know, so just have a donut. This one that goes, nothing's free. And I went, well, this donut's free. I said, what? You can take a donut. You don't even have to vote for me, but God will kill a puppy if you don't. You have like a cup of cynical for breakfast. Just take a freaking donut. Don't make a big deal out of it. But so it's just people, and you can see it. People are just stressed about surviving right now, and to go and read more bad news and more bad news, it's always bad news. My solutions to these problems is for the people to take back control of the media, to take back control of everything in this country, our unions, our schools, our banks, our energy companies, our public utilities. They're public. They belong to us. Like Roseanne said, the airwaves belong to us. Yes. And for over the last however many years, we have just been so complacent, thinking that as long as we paid our taxes, as long as we voted, that was the end of our responsibility in this country. And look what has happened since we've become so complacent and apathetic. I don't even know who they are. Someone asked me that. When you say they, who are you talking about? I say, not us. Them. The banksters, the military-industrial congressional media prison complex. Whatever you want to call it, it's them. And they've sucked the life out of our communities. Where we used to talk about neoliberalism around the world, the chickens are coming home to roost here in San Francisco. And then will people wake up and when, there's bread lines, when there's food riots, like's happening right now in Iceland. Their stores are empty of food now because their banks have failed. So, like Miguel said, we have to be outraged. There's nothing wrong with outrage. God, what's that bumper sticker said? If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. That to